I need to get something to put underneath the hair, so I'll be right back. Children's. This is my first time. So much. YouTube has changed so much. This is cool. Hi, whoever's watching, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to figure out how to use this. I haven't been on here in a year. I think it's been a year. It might have been longer. I've at least had my daughter, so yeah. So I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes and start. Thank you for watching. Thanks for those who are gonna be watching after. I think live is kind of what I'm going to get used to. My flowers are dying. They're sad. Aren't they beautiful though? I think live is what I'm going to be doing, just because um, for some reason I could never get my recorded. I've actually have been trying to make videos for you guys. I just couldn't get my videos uploaded on my phone. I don't really have time to pull out my camera and do the full videos. You guys know I have two toddlers, 2 and 4. I've been working on Holistic Liver Fine. So I'm gonna have to do a hair update because you're probably like, what's going on? So much to catch you guys up on. My phone's about to die. Give me a second. I think I got some time. I got about 20% on my phone. We'll see. My phone's been acting a little funky. It's time for an upgrade. Just put the babies to bed, so I'm hoping I get to record. Alright. Maybe if I plug it in here. Is that good? Alright. I'm hoping, is it recording? Oh, thank you for understanding. Okay, let's see. Is it time? I think time has started. Okay. Well, I haven't been on my channel and I would say honestly it's been a year and a lot has changed. Um, okay, so I first started this channel. First, I want to say welcome to my new subscribers. Let's just start off there. Welcome to my new subscribers, anyone who has subscribed to me within the avoidance of me not being here and posting new video content. So I want to thank you guys and welcome you guys for being subscribed to my new channel. And I mean, to my channel. I've started this channel when I was in college. I am now 29. And I started this when I first cut my hair, which was back in 2009, 2010. I, uploaded some dance videos because dancing is a therapeutic and a passion and a joy of mine. And so then I initially created this channel to be my channel to express my natural beauty, natural hair, health, and my daughter's crying, so I may have to have her down here for a slight bit, a little bit. So give me some time. I'm gonna get my daughter, or I'll try to put her to sleep. And I'll be right back so I can just be more attentive to you guys. Okay, so this is why I haven't really been on my channel. As you can see, it's really challenging for me to do a video, even if I put my kids to bed. Um, so where was I? So I want to thank all my new subscribers, all the subscribers that my channel has continued to grow, despite the fact that I have not been present or putting up new content. It's been a challenge for me. I'm a mom with two toddlers, about 22, 23 months apart. So, anyone who has children on toddlers, the age of 2 and 4, I homeschool, I stay at home with my children. So I've been very focused on that. I've also created a company within that time frame that I've been gone. So you guys will get to hear more about that. Some of you guys don't even know I'm a mom of two now. I'm a wife. So I'm not even just, so I have a lot going on in my life. I first initially started this channel when I was back in college. I think sophomore year in my college, back in 2009, I created like dance videos. I'm not even sure if they're still up here. I think everything is kind of still up here. I might have privatized some old videos, but for the most part, that's how I started my channel, was pretty much dancing. I enjoyed dancing. Dancing was therapeutic to me. It was some way to get fit, to stay fit, to stay connected. It was just something that I enjoyed doing, something I still do. I'm a mom now. I don't have the time. I'm still working on creating space and time for myself. And so I was in college then when I had my journey, and I took you guys on that journey as best as I could keep up. For you guys probably follows my blog. I blogged about my hair journey, and this is when I embarked on going natural. For those who you guys, if you haven't noticed on my channel, I have videos of when I first went natural. I went natural. I transitioned natural back in college in 2009. I cut it off randomly in 2010. I had no plans to actually cut it off. It was just more so of just wanting to feel free, wanted to free myself from the transitional gap space that I was in. I didn't really like that too much, so I just did the big chop. I cut my weave out and just cut my hair as well, and that's how I started my natural journey. In the middle of the week, I didn't even give no one any warning time. So even when I went to class, my accounting class, I just remember the first thing when I went in there. I don't even know if I even expressed that here on this channel, because as you can see, my hair is in a different form, but still not me, my channel, and what to expect and where I am, and it's going to matter. When I first went outside was like, of course, crazy stares, people trying to figure out, like, is that Felicia? Because, people recognized me when I had my weaves in, and my hair was damaged underneath because I overprocessed my hair, me taking my hair into my own hands, perming it every 6 weeks, even though my hair texture was not, or just period, it just wasn't good for my hair. And so my hair was thinning, the edges were thinning from, wearing weaves and having over processed hair. And then I had one point in time when I had a hair stylist or salon. I went to a salon and got my hair processed, and she just burnt my scalp. She kept it in there long, and I was just literally crying. My hair was on fire, and she just said, you want the perm to take? I'm just like, I don't even care this much anymore. Now that I'm adult, I'm in college, you start to question, like, why do you do these types of things? And so for me, back in 2008, 2009 is when I had that awakening moment, and I took to the internet. And during that time, it wasn't as huge. The hair movement wasn't a movement. It was more so an underground thing. You had forums. I was on Keep It Simple Sister forums, and you had the Falky forums. I was on there, following a few of the women who were, on YouTube, and they had nice, thick, natural, beautiful hair, and they were sharing their secrets on how to take care of their hair. And before everyone exploded into their own channels and it monetized the internet, that was really, the grounds of where I started going natural. And so when on my college campus, I attended Frostburg State University, and if anyone knows, this college out here in Maryland, it's in the western side of Maryland. Majority of the college is Caucasian. The town is white. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the Appalachian Mountains, and you get my drift. So my teachers, a lot of even black people were just shocked. People were comparing me to Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill because there was really, again, not too many people other than Jill Scott and Angie Stone. Not too many people could name in our time frame that was wearing our hair like that, and rarely people on campus were wearing their hair natural. And if anything, if they wore it natural, locks were more, that wasn't as, again, blossoming as it is today, at least I guess where I am. I don't know for you guys. It's always been an ancient universal hairstyle. We'll get to that later. But when I went to college, or went to my class that week that I cut my hair, because I had weave in, I was attempting to transition. Um, and welcome you guys, welcome my viewers that's coming in. I attempted to transition while I was, so I can have the long or somewhat hair. My daughter is just so stubborn. I'm hoping she goes to sleep so I can talk to you guys, because I don't want to have her. Hi. How are you? Flower Child. Why is that name familiar? Is that Natisha? But I'm hoping hoping I can finish my story. But okay, so, okay. Yay, Natish. Give me a second, you guys. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, oh my goodness, it disconnected, you guys, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to train my daughter so she can be less, what is it? She's, I know that attachment parenting, I already do it. I stay with my kids 24/7. I sleep with them at night. I sleep with them during the day. You get my drift. So I'm trying to get her to learn to sleep again, because she used to. But I've been having compassion because she's detoxing and she's adjusting. She's potty training right now. We just took her off the binky about a couple months ago. So she's going through a lot of changes. She's 2. I don't know why I put 3 fingers up. She's 2. So, yeah. So send me some positive vibes, you guys. But anyway, so with my hair journey, so yeah, so it was very few people when I went natural that was on the internet during that time. Yes, it can, Natisha. It was very few people that was online when I went natural at times, and so I decided to share my journey, share all the things that I was embarking upon. Me, I've always been very passionate into health. I actually went to college. Going into college, I went as a pre-med, and then I wound up changing literally freshman year. In orientation, the lady had a good real speech about, us just making sure, are we sure we want to do this? And for me, I really didn't care for the medical field, but you're programmed to think that's like your only choice. Just like I was programmed thinking that processing my hair was just an everyday norm for me. And so I had to get to a place where I was sick and tired of, I'm glad that lady had burnt my scalp and just reminding me of the torturous things that we do to ourselves. And you're in college, you don't really have anyone forcing you to do a lot of things that you don't want to do. So you get to have that space and freedom to really reflect on whether you want to do that. And that's what I did. And I took to the internet, and I decided to cut my hair in the middle of the week. It was a Wednesday. It was April 12th, 2010. I remember it because that day was so scary because, then the next day I went to class on the 13th. And because I cut it on a Wednesday, and then Thursday I went to class, and my thought we had a new student. And I came in class and like, oh, we have a new student. And because I went late, you guys, because I was overthinking. Yeah, it's almost 10 years ago. It was so many things have changed since then. And for me, it was a very authentic reason I went natural, and it was a very authentic place. I was searching and seeking to strip myself. I actually decided not to wear makeup. I actually didn't wear heels. I didn't wear no weave. I don't even think I wore any elaborate jewelry. I really just stripped myself down and saw how people treated me, saw how people interacted with me, saw how people looked at me, and just start observing our own people and the level of self-hate, because I've gotten called names from more so people from my race than anything. I've actually been called beautiful from other people. It was rare, and so I had to go within. Really, I wasn't, of course you naturally seek outside because you're programmed to, but I went within. Every day I had to muster up the strength to not try to overdo it. And during that process, again, I didn't do no twist out. I just literally sprayed my hair. If you go back and you look at my videos, that's how my hair looked. And then eventually I started to do the twist out, and actually had a period of time where I wore a wig because I just got tired of the attention that I was getting with my hair. But back home, when I went back to Baltimore, I wore it out. And I didn't wear makeup, and I felt freeing. I felt good. And so I started to also look into the things I put on my skin too. So I started to look into the things I put on my skin. I started to do research. I actually was in the process of taking this business class where I had to do this business writing. And so I decided to do a research paper of doing a grant proposal to create a wellness center. And so I started doing research on in my grant, why it's important to have a natural wellness center slash spa. And so that led me down the path of learning about the importance of what we put on our skin, what we put on our bodies, the chemicals in makeup and our cleaning products and toothpaste and fluoride and chemtrails. Like, at that point, I just accelerated down this rabbit hole and started getting stripped away from a lot of programming, and it was overwhelming for me. I was alone. I had dumped my boyfriend during this time. As the time I cut my hair, I already knew I was going to dump him. I was just trying to, because we lived off campus by ourselves at that time, and I still had to live with him for some time, and he was going down a different path. We just grew apart, and more so I blindly went into that relationship, just not even fully in tune with myself, just trying to run away from my situations. At me, and shocked. Not only are they shocked to see me with my hair this short, no makeup, no nothing, regular clothes, just me, stripped. I felt like I was in front of the class naked, in front of my college accounting class naked. And I don't even know if anyone's on here that was in that class that day. And so I was like, I'm not a new student. It's Felicia. I just cut my hair. She's like, oh, you cut your hair. She's an Asian professor. She's like, oh, you cut your hair? You cut your hair? Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube in a while, you guys. It's been a minute. And so I want to come here because I have so much newness to bring myself, of course. And my children are acting up. I don't know, I hear something. I'm going to keep going because I'm hoping they know better, especially my son. I think it was the time. The location, yeah, where I'm in Maryland, and when I went to college, it was in the Appalachian Mountains, predominantly white. Even here, you know, it's just that time, because back home, it didn't matter where I went. There, I got racist comments. I mean, whether you had weaves or not, I was literally called an N-word. Um, I think our first week there, and then of course when Obama won, I was in college, and a lot of people there, you know, had the Confederate flag. Um, it's one of those towns that is literally a college town. It's nothing more than a college town. It's a depressed area. But yeah, they're not even used to seeing black people. And then when they do, they already have programming about us. And then, um, but it was more, it wasn't even, a few white people did get on my nerves. They would do the little afro puff or try to touch my hair without asking me. I've had that happen in college. I've had that whole entire experience happen. This is before T-shirts came out and the memes and all that other stuff. I actually had to just learn to accept myself. Speak. Of course, I've always spoken up for myself, but just learn to just be content with myself. But location-wise, I think it's a universal programming. Um, I think down south is more lax. I'm not sure how the experience was for you down south, but like up here, yeah, I think regardless, when you embark on something new, you're going to go have your share of experiences and be very more, you're going to be more attentive to how people perceive you, especially when you strip yourself and you're showing them your rawness. And so for me, that was something new, and it was something that I didn't have in the groups that decided to, sorry, I'm getting all these, I have to tune down some of my notifications, it's annoying, but I was that first friend, that catalyst person. I've always been that type of person, just doing my own thing. I didn't really have anyone I decided to take embark on this journey with. It was just something I decided to do, and I'm very happy I did, because it's changed me. It's made me a more, not saying I wasn't a deep, very connected spiritual person, but this has changed me down a path that I truly enjoy. So I shifted my life from changing my deodorant to changing the way I eat. I've already even decided subconsciously not to eat red meat. I didn't really care for it when I was young anyway. So as soon as when I think back in high school, I kind of gotten rid of the red meat and pork. I never cared for it. And then chicken in high school, and I transitioned, and I showed you guys, some of the foods I've eaten. I showed you guys some of my workouts, because for me, I did work out, but I went according to how I felt the need to work out. Dancing was one of my huge, more regimental workouts, but I would go to the gym seasonally. And then I always did detoxing. Now I'm on just different levels of detox, bringing. I'm currently now, to this day, I'm a month into eating raw. I'm a raw fruitarian predominantly. I'm currently in the process of a long detoxification to regenerate my genetics and cellular regeneration and period, just because all these generations of us eating out of alignment from the foods that we're created to eat, which are fruits and vegetables, predominantly fruits, using herbs as supplements, it has created so much illnesses and weaknesses within us. And I grew up with allergies. I grew up with bags of meds. I still have them. They're still not as prominent as they were, or as they can get, but they have drastically reduced. I don't have any makeup on right now, other than I did try to be a little pleasing and put a little bit of eyes, a little bit, because I have I'm a natural redhead, so I have very thin brown, thin light brown hair, eyebrows. My hair has changed, of course, from processing chemicals and eating. I was born with red hair and light brown eyes, and so much has changed. But you can reverse this through detoxification. This is something, again, I can talk about, because we grow up, I don't know if you guys had like allergies. I grew up and allergies was a normal thing. Sniffling and coughing and sneezing and watery eyes and itchy throat was just a normal thing for me. And I'm not going to go too far into my childhood because that will be another topic for another day. But, eating dairy, meat, processed food, TV dinners, all that crap is fucking up our genetics, to be like quite frank. It's not, it's, it's dead processed chemical food that's suppressing our bodies and has drugs in it. That's why they call it food. And it's fucking up our genetics, and that's why children are coming out with um, neurological issues, with hormonal, mental imbalancement, with eczema, which is what my children both suffered from. My daughter is still currently in recovery from suffering from that. She is actually on a detox. My 2-year-old daughter is on a natural detox, and I've studied this stuff, self-studied, and I'm also going to be taking an online course and then eventually finishing my certifications in person towards the end of this year to be a detox specialist, so I can help others. But this is very, very serious. So I want to bring this. I decided to come on my channel because, I really don't have, just being real frank with you guys, I don't really have the time to sit here and talk about things that are not, I'm not no longer resonating with. Um, I'm still resonating with my hair. I'm going to get to that in a minute because I know majority of my followers are from either my dance or my health or my hair. So I'm going to I decided to resurrect this channel, come back on this channel, and decided that when I do come on this channel, it will be more live videos, more interactive, more authentic if I can. As much as I can, just because I don't know how to upload videos when I record with my phone, because throughout this year that I've been missing, even when I said I was going to be back before, I've been trying to, but I have not been a success at uploading. But I obviously am good at just clicking live and going live, so I'll do stuff like this in the future, because I would love to bring forth this knowledge towards people who may not come across some of the things and the knowledge that I came across. And I want to make sure that I share my journey again. I share my journey because I know it's helped many people, whether it inspired them to go on their own journey through their hair, their health, detoxification, changing their diets. Because our family, we're predominantly raw foodists. I'll say my son and my husband. My son is another story because I share custody with him, with his father, and he has a different father, if you guys don't know. So that's a whole nother story. But my son, his dad's side is not on the frequency or the conscious level as the conscious level that, I'm raising my family. And so when he goes over there, I can't even tell you what this child eats. He comes back telling me all types of stuff, and it breaks my heart. And I always try to, just have him understand the importance of eating this way. And he's 4, so he's going through that because there's such a different lifestyle versus living with mommy and then um, going over there with his dad. And so I'm always trying to counteract what's going on with his dad, because his dad has absolutely no clue about genetics, about actual health and wellness, and neither does the allopathic or the medical community. Rarely. They're good at cutting things out. Whenever you need surgery, they're good at that, but they treat things. They don't cure things. They keep you in the conveyor belt system until you're lifeless. And that is the way this unfortunately this system is set up. They will create the illusion that they're here for your health. They create the illusion of these things, but you have to learn to take your power back. No one owes you anything, and you have to understand that when you go to people, they have different agendas. And hopefully my phone is charging, and it does not. Give me a second, guys, so I can make sure. I'm hoping that it doesn't cut off because it's saying it's at like 10%. But So I decided to come on my YouTube for many reasons. One, because I enjoyed coming on here, even though this is a little different because it's more interactive, which I actually enjoy. Facebook is a little anxiety for me because it's so many different things on Facebook and it's like a stream. And I like YouTube because people can tune in because if they choose to tune in rather than just mindlessly, oh, someone's live and you getting all types of energy come on your video. And that's not to say YouTube isn't the same. I just enjoy it's more calmer than Facebook is to me. But okay, so I will be talking about detoxification. It's essential. Not even just detoxification, because that is a part of the lifestyle that we live, from the toxic air we breathe, the chemtrails, to the fluoride water that we bathe in or we wash our hands in, or some people even drink, to the, fluoride water. Yeah, food is DNA. That's what creates our cellular structure. And if you're not eating live electric foods and foods from the earth and simplistic fructose foods, foods like fruits, versus the complex starchy foods, and if you're not cleaning your body, your guts, your GI tract, your stomach and bowels, your kidneys and bladder, your lymphatic system, and it's just so much I've learned, and I'm still learning. And so I really want to just throw it all out there to you guys. But I'm going to try to create structured, those may be structured videos that I do create so it can make more sense rather than rambling. I mean, I could. I enjoy this. I'm a living testimony to myself and my well-being. This type of things affect your mental, your state of mind, because if your adrenals and your endocrine system, which are the government of your hormones and operates everything to keep everything in balance, if they're off, your mental space can be off, your emotional space can be off, and you can be off, because of course you create your reality, and your actions and your emotional reactions are going to affect how you live in your paradigm. And so detoxification, fasting, eating real food is essential for your spiritual, for your physical, for your emotional, mental, for your overall holistic, I love the word holistic, but for your overall holistic well-being. And so, yeah, I definitely want to bring this forth. This is something I live by. I'm gonna turn. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys see my house. It's a little junky. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, so maybe if I can scroll in, but as you can see, we just have fruits over there, even though our counters are not clean, you guys. We got stuff out. We have melons and stuff. I'm actually going to take a walk and show you guys how about that. Hopefully we have, I don't know where my camera is. I'll be talking about all these herbs that I've been taking because I've been detoxing. I just got these in for my daughter. Right here is, she has Tintrix, but they're made with glycerin instead of alcohol. So those are the ones she'll be taking. She'll be taking the stomach and bowels. She'll be working on her adrenals because she has anxiety issues. She'll be working on her lymph nodes. The lymph nodes is kind of like the stationary. I said the endocrine system is like your pituitary gland, your hypothalamus. Can't even say the word. Your thyroid, your parathyroid, your adrenals, your cerebellum, your pituitary. Those gland that affect our emotions and hormones. And then I have these, which are the ones that I've been taking. I actually got these two in today, the lymph nodes and lymphatic system tonic. I've been already doing the Parasite G and the Parasite M. I no longer crave bread. Again, my husband and my son are still, they haven't detoxed. They are deciding to wait until we move. That's another thing. We're going to be moving. We've been Spirit has been calling us to move. We've already craved to move, and this level of knowledge already validates why we should move. Like I said, we predominantly, though, even though they do eat cooked food, we predominantly eat raw. Um, these are, we just went grocery shopping today, some from the farmer's market, which we got lucky because we needed to get our butts up early enough to go. But avocados, bananas, because you know on the weekends you want to sleep in, plantains. These are cantaloupe, melons. We have dates over here, maca powder, chia. Can y'all see this? Chia seeds. What's this? This is moringa. Yeah, moringa, which I haven't been really doing smoothies, so I've rarely been using these things. And then kiwi, apples, a lot of different apples, pears, Asian pears. Yeah, moringa is amazing, Natasha. I gotta give you information. I think I even have an article about moringa just because I first heard about it through Tahuti. These are different levels of pears. I have grapefruits over here, which I've learned to love since I be detoxifying. And let me see what's in our refrigerator. Okay, so this is our refrigerator. I'm like, y'all are all up in our house, right? But I love you guys, and this is what I love, so I want to show you guys. So we have right here is black seeded grapes, which was hard to find. I haven't had grapes in years because we couldn't find any seeded ones. But we went to Mom's, as you can see, it says black seeded grapes. It's sad that it has to be labeled seeded. Like, duh, that's like automatic, right? But unfortunately, I have to put the word organic and seeded in there because they keep manipulating our food. And this is why I am jumping on YouTube, because I really want to make this a movement for us to take back our power, take back our health, take back our power, control our own food source. We can control our own health. Therefore, we really have legacies, right? Because health is real wealth. So raspberries and berries help the mental state, endocrine system. So if you have groggy, mental space is not good. Eating raspberries, blackberries. We have blackberries in here. And organic grape tomatoes. This is like a treat that Brandon found today. It's raw, so this has kind of been like my little cheat. It's made out of dates. Let's see. What is this made out of? This is made out of dates, coconut, cranberry, and cocoa. And sugar. So this is like my little cheat. And of course, I have to have my olives. So we have these olives. The kids love the olives, and artichoke hearts. Cucumbers, chard. I'm going to be juicing this. And celery. That actually needs to go. That's been there for some time. Zucchini pasta. We make raw zucchini pasta with avocado, salads. This is beets. We eat beets juice with celery. This is, I'm not even sure. Brandon went shopping today. I'm not sure what this is, but these are greens. And yeah, so that's our house. Like, and then again, we do have, some frozen fruits and stuff that we, let me flip the camera back around. There we go. Okay, let me get back over here. So yeah, so I've been detoxing, and I'm gonna be sharing that experience with you guys. I'm probably gonna come on another video to really get in depth talking about that. But as far as my hair, right? A lot of people did follow me because I went from weaves and makeup and modeling and half-naked eye candy pictures to short, stripped hair, beautiful, but just completely different and showing a different side of beauty. And this is before it was as wonderfully, popular as it is today. And many people go on this journey for many reasons. For me, it's a holistic and a spiritual journey. And I decided to embark on this journey for inner reasons, for health reasons, to get to really be in tune with myself. And so, with that being said, I'm now 29, even though I'm still young. I have two children, and I'm really not as into the mundane side of life as I used to be. I'm more really introspective, even though I'm still an extrovert and I'm still externally expressing myself and my truths. I just know that I'm here for a deeper reason. And so I wanted my hair to reflect where I currently am right now. And so locks is a way to do so. And so if you followed my Instagram, or I haven't even been on my blog, so I can't even say that. But if you follow my Instagram or me on Facebook, I've grown my hair down to like maybe down to here. And I decided to go natural with my hair. And so, or not go natural, but lock my hair. So I been actually thinking about doing it for some time, always overthought it. And yeah, I just overthought it and thought that I was going to wait until I was like older, like 40 or something. Don't ask me why I'll always have to plan this complex, elaborate plan in my head or overthink it, and then I get to a space where I just follow my spirit and surrender. So I decided just randomly to just start. I was like, I'm gonna start, and so I did, and I just kept twists that my friend because I normally wear my hair in two-strand twists or in a pullback curly bun. I wasn't doing too much with it. I did more things with my daughter hair, and I don't even do that much now with hers. Just because you don't really have the time or energy like that, and you just know that life is bigger and more important than these things. And so, not saying the hair gets in the way, you just realize you're doing so much, putting a lot of product and manipulating your natural hair, even though we say it's in our natural state or has our natural texture, hasn't been altered. We're still trying to manipulate as much as we can with products and whatever, which is fine. It's fun. You have the time, the energy, and that's where you are. For me, what was best for me was to lock my hair, and it was many reasons that are tied to locking my hair. One, because I noticed that when I did wear my natural loose hair out, I would be able to feel everyone's energy, like literally, like how people say your hair is your antenna. I've always been and connected to to the energy around me and feeling other people's energy. And so me always wearing my hair big and out, I just, first of all, not only do you notice the energy and the shift of the power of wearing your hair out as a woman, because people treat you differently based off of, like, of course, how you look. You wear a dress, you wear your hair out. You just, again, I've always been observant to how people treat you based on your looks, even with my locks. Some people don't care, not everyone, but you realize that some people are programmed, based off of the illusionary world that they see. And so, but yeah, so I locked my hair, and I locked it September 28th, or that's when I got it retwisted, and I decided that these are going to be my locks. And so I did, like, retwist a few of them. Yeah, social engineering is so real. Learned about that in college. I retwisted a few of them to, then I realized I was overthinking. I just left it alone. I know this one, I actually had it as a braid, and I was going to leave it out. So this is not locked yet. This is still like a twist. I actually had it as a braid and was just going to leave like some loose hair out just to do so. But yeah, so my locks are 5 months old. I think I'm going in my 6th month on the 28th of this month. And so, of course, from my hair being down to my back, stretch, which, our hair, that's not our natural state. I don't wear my hair stretched. So naturally, I guess, and even lock, shrunken up even more because it's trying to thicken up, and then the ends kind of shrivel up on itself to lock. But for the most part, Um, I'd say my hair is 50% locked. Like right there, you could definitely see. Um, I love it. I I love locks. I love this journey. I've been actually taking better care of it and challenged myself ever since I did my retwist to wear my satin scarf or silk scarf at night. Um, and then I tried to challenge myself to spray my hair with distilled water or rose water. That's pretty much what I do. I retwist every 2 weeks. I did retwist 3 weeks apart because I had my launch for my company that I launched. And again, I'm going to talk about those things later. But so I decided to retwist my entire hair just with water. And this is a water retwist. It's 3 weeks old. So let me show you guys for those who are natural hair. It's a 3 week old retwist. It's the thing about locks, you do get stuff caught up in it. But yeah, this is a 3 week old water twist. I didn't put nothing in it other than water. I just washed my hair. It was damp, sprayed it with water, retwisted, put the clips, kept the air dried it for like a couple of hours, and it's been like this. I spray it every day with water, and that's all I do. I haven't washed it yet. It's been 3 weeks since I haven't washed it. I'm actually going to try to make it into a month. As you can see, my scalp is clean. I've been detoxing for a month, so I never really had dandruff issues like that because I've detoxed. Um, I can talk about dandruff. That's pretty much eczema on your head or lymphatic excretion because your body, your skin tries to detox things that your kidneys aren't filtrating. That's not detoxifying through your kidneys, through your pee. And we'll talk about that too, of healthy pee sediment, seeing sediment in your pee. Most of our pee is clear or, tinted with yellow and no sediment in it because our kidneys are not working. I totally know mine are not working because it runs a long line in my family because of my adrenals and the endocrine system of my family is weak. And so that's something that I'm working on. Tell us about the company. Okay, yes, I didn't want to overdo it on this channel or this particular live, but this live can just be whatever because I'm just happy to be back, you guys. So Holistically Refined is an online holistic wellness and health club. It's going to be, I envision it to be a space where it's a one-stop shop for all your, not foods, of course, you got to buy that local, I would say local, support the local farmers, that's a whole nother thing. It's important. It's very, very important to support the locals. But, so Holistically Refined is a space online that is a communal space where you can socialize with like-minded people who are focused on their spiritual, emotional, physical health, or this journey, this holistic journey, because there's so many things that incorporate the holistic journey. Like I said, for me, I embarked on my journey through the hair and then changing my products. And for me, going to the school I was at and the location I was, and during that time, it wasn't many products on the market, and the ones that were in store, I didn't care for. And I also, at that time, when I was in college, I didn't have access to those health stores, Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and Wegmans. And when you embark on this journey, it's an adjustment. And now it's more of an adjustment than never because you have misinformation, bombarded of false advertising products and all those different things you have to sift through. So I initially started the company back in 2015 as a subscription company. The subscription company was a monthly box that you receive. You pay a fixed rate per month and you get 4 to 5 or 6 natural products that are handmade from people like you and me that are really great product makers and just people that are really good at what they do. And so you would get things like such as sage sticks, cleaning products, natural toothpaste, natural makeup, You for guys, you get, hair, beard products, scalp products. A lot of products were gender neutral, minus of course the bath and body products. We had a skin detox face kit that came in one box. Every month there was different things. They incorporated information, sage sticks, clearing energy, crystals. So it was a subscription box that helped people transition themselves and also be exposed to a variety of natural products, because some people may be at the space where they're just natural with their hair, but they still have chemicals in their house. They still eat certain types of food. They may not be into saging. They may not even know about saging. So our box was pretty much opening you, or just giving you the exposure or access to a multitude of different products per month. It was pretty fun because you never knew what you were going to get per month. You just knew that they were going to be products to help initiate and to encourage you on your holistic journey, for shifting the typical stuff you would buy in stores to supporting more small businesses and local, because all the products were made from small businesses, local, very passionate, wonderful people online who had really good reputations on the products they made. And so that's a service that I paused just because financially and logistically I can't do that. We're, small family functioning, my mom and everything. So now the company has shifted into a website that you can go, a membership website. It's only $11 right now to join yearly. It's $11 per year. And pretty much you get access to a multitude of providers providing products, to natural products, skin products. And again, these are not products you're going to find in stores, because these are people, small businesses, small to medium-sized business, mainly small. You have detox specialists that's going to be on there, naturopathic healers, emotional detox, emotional shadow work healers, people who's going to be there for therapeutic purposes to counsel you or be an aid or a guide. If you need someone to talk to when it comes to emotional trauma or shadow work. I don't even know if people know what shadow work, emotional trauma, PTSD, which we all have certain degrees and levels to it, because there's a lot of trauma and programming and, growing up in our childhood and different things of that, that even in relationships, or things we self-inflicted or carried from other lifetimes as well. So we have people who deal with those things. We have also astrology. We have people who's into astrology who do birth chart reading, which all these different things are essential. We'll actually be having a channel on YouTube, led by me, but it's more so totally not centered around me. This is a platform where we get to interview people and the different services and products that they offer. People who do yoga, people, oh, by the way, you'll have people online on the platform who do yoga. So if you want to, if you can't make it to a studio in your local area, or if you just find it cheaper or more convenient to book a one-on-one session with a yoga instructor, you can do that. You can also, we're looking for Qigong instructors, so people who move and the body flow of energy, and you can have sessions, on our site where you do video chats, or you could do voice. Of course, you want to do voice or yoga sessions. You would do video conferencing with them, where you can see your instructor, they can see you, and it can be just one-on-one in a virtual studio, and you can book your session. So you can also, if you have illnesses, or you're trying to detoxify your body, or be educated by people who know how to heal literally everything, because once you learn the body, you can learn to reverse anything. There's everything here on this planet here to assist you. That whole, we live in scarcity and fear-based, competitive, survivalistic, primitive mindset is, I understand that still exists in all of us as a space that we should have compassion, embrace, but we are graduating at a level where we can move past that level. and more in a universal heart-centered space. And so, because there's no need for us to think that we have scarcity here. There's been water on this planet for thousands of years that's been recycling through us breathing it, to peeing it out, to filtrating and going through the precipitation, or the I forgot the process, the process of water cycling back and forth on the planet. And our same thing as, our poop, same thing as fruits. Whenever you eat actual real fruit, because they're now trying to take over, where they have control over your health, by having control over your water, food, and your air supply. This is why they spray us with chemtrails. This is why they put chemicals in our water supply. This is why they're poisoning us in our food, to harvest our energy and to keep us on a certain vibration, because naturally we would already evolve. That's just part of nature for us to evolve into higher levels. And we're coming out of the dark ages where we're not thinking so primitive, I should say, so low vibrational. We're coming out to the age where we realize that scarcity is a mindset. Fear isn't real, because we're eternal beings, and we're here in our avatars, our body, which is our temple, which is something we should take care of. But these are things that we're not taught. These are things, when a symptom shows, we run scared to the doctor. And as soon as they say these buzzwords like cancer, AIDS, herpes, heart attack, or any of these trigger words, it automatically, emotionally takes us into this paradigm where we assume that we've been invaded or taken over, when we've actually haven't really been living in our true selves and living in alignment. And our body's just trying to communicate that. And what Western world does, they suppress your symptoms and continue to suppress your symptoms. That's like you ignoring that your car needs oil in it. You're gonna go pop a pill in there and ignore the fact that it needs oil in it, or your engine light is on. Because this is the same thing of what we do when we take medicine. Treatments, when we treat ourselves in this world, and it's created so much, so many deaths, so many sufferings, so much fear, so much draining people's financial space, so much family sacrifices. And I've had enough family members who passed away from cancer. I had 3 of my grandparents, one of my adopted, that I was raised by, or was in my life as my grandmother. And then I had my 2 blood grandparents on my mother's side pass away 6 months apart from cancer. Not from cancer, I should say, from the treatment. As soon as when they got treated in a hospital, it wasn't long after they died. So, because cancer is just a symptom of imbalancement. And these are things that, when you hear, people get so frightened, because we don't really want to face the truth that we're living in this complex world of eating complex food and processed foods and drugs food and meats and killing animals. And these things are not necessary. And it's crazy, because we're people like me who decide not to eat meat, or decide to even eat raw. I'm extreme. I'm looked at as an extreme health nut, or just a person who went out of society, whatever. But society is literally sick. The programmings that we're breaking out of, and a lot of our generations waking up to, and they resonate with it, but emotionally and physically they may not have the cognitive to really fully express it. They just, that's a whole nother tangent, I don't want to go there. But we have a lot of people waking up to the truth, trying to share their truths. And I'm here to share my truth, because my truth is saved my life, is saving my life. I'm gaining my health back. I'm gaining my peace back through eating this way, through living this way. I'm just so grateful. My daughter, her eczema, I've tried everything. We've already been going to a naturopathic doctor. Um, and I love her. She's good for her specialty is delivering babies on this earth. But even then, a lot of them don't even get hooked up on any of these names. Just know that you have. It should get to a space where we take back our power and it becomes a common thing where we know that we should be eating in alignment and we have the self-discipline and we're no longer programmed. And trying to have my children grow up in a world where they're not programmed. My daughter still craves bread, but we already shifted our diet before she was born. While I was pregnant, she told me I have to be vegan. I cannot come, this is how she said it, I can't come here eating on that frequency. I can't come here eating on that vibration. This is in the middle while I was pregnant, 7 months pregnant, eating a piece of salmon. I'm like, wait, what? Like, who's in my head right now? She's like, can't come here. I'm not going to be able to stay long if you continue to eat like that. You have to change. We have to change now. Put it down. Yeah, you probably don't even believe that, right? But some of you guys who are on a certain frequency, or if you're in tune with spirit, you heard voices, you heard God voice in your head telling you to go left, but you decide to go right. And I love salmon. Salmon was a huge thing for me. I love eating sushi. At that time, I was just holding on to fish. I actually was like, I've settled here and I think I'm okay eating fish. But she told me to go further and get rid of all flesh. And that was hard for me, but I felt her. I heard her. I knew that was her. I've spoken with her several times and I know that was her. And I know the truth. I know that that's true. Genetically, these children that's coming with high frequency cannot, come into these broken down genetic bodies we're giving them. They're beautiful. Beautiful spirits, beautiful looking. But internally, they're not operating physically. Their avatar's not being able to operate in the strongest. And yeah, and also I saw someone talk about sugar. To get rid of sugar, that's a process, but parasite cleansing. Parasites are what has you hooked on sugar. They control you. They're in your brain, they're in your gut. Both of those are your solar plex and your mental space. Those are your forces that control your mental space. And so when you crave those things, that's why detox is so essential, because I struggled with sugar. I still struggle with starchy foods. I haven't, not that bad given the fact that I'm a month in, but I still crave it. I no longer crave sugary food. I don't crave pancakes, foods. So that's still sugar, complex starch, and glucose turns into sugar, processed sugar. Fructose is a different level. It's simplistic. It's what our bodies is made out of. That those sugars don't harm you. That's a lie. That's a lie. So many things, man. It's just absolutely crazy. It's been a journey for me, and I'm excited to come here and share my truth, share my knowledge, share my testimony. That's the best way I think this comes across. Not forceful, not demonizing. I've been there. I've slipped up. I still slip up. I still allow myself times to be realistic with myself, have compassion with myself. It's easier for me to give up alcohol. Sugar is a drug to me. Sugar is a drug. This is what the parasites in you crave. They thrive off of the fungus, and the parasites in you thrive off of this. And Sugar, mm-mm. Simple sugars, fruits, electrolyte foods, yeah, that's the sugar you want. Apples, kiwis, strawberries, bananas, cantaloupe, mangoes, papaya. I don't really care for papaya. Coconuts. Um, what else we've been eating? Grapefruits. Those are the sugars you want with enzymes, with electrolytes. You know, the higher up off the ground, the more higher energy it is. You know, vegetables are grow close off the ground. They taste denser, they feel heavier, they have more fiber. The higher your frequency, coffee is addictive. Yeah, coffee is a stimulant. You don't want stimulants because once you yeah, I'm gonna have to add it. Maybe it was a bad one, and maybe I'm just gonna wait till we move to the tropics. By the way, yep, just blast it out. We're gonna be moving to the tropics soon, so we're on our family vlog. We'll share that. We'll share that journey, not to embarking on our life. We'll just share our journey. We're here to share our lives, and one, it feels therapeutic to express ourselves, but two, because we're here to help each other. You know, my life is not just for me, it's for my children, it's for society. I didn't come here for myself. Even though I need to take care of myself and I do need to be in balance with that, but it's it's not for me. It's definitely for other people as well. I'm just living in my truth. I'm being a service to what I came here to do, and no one would understand that but myself. I'm gonna have to taste that in the tropics. Um, there's different types of parasites that live in you. I've seen them come out. I've felt parasites in my brain. I felt them in my brain. I'm that sensitive. You guys, I'm gonna get a place where eventually I have my own herbal supplements and stuff. That's gonna take time, but the ones I do take, I'm definitely gonna be promoting because it works. And in order for the herbs, vegetables are hybrids and herbs are um, more compact nutrients, potent, ancient plants. It's been on this planet that can help in healing. Let's see. Is that better? Okay. I was supposed to get the Parasite Cleanse, you guys. I have to show you guys this too. So these are the Parasite Cleanses. Parasite M. And these are just labeled as different formulas. And this is Dr. Morris. Google him, YouTube. He's on here on YouTube. He has 45 years of experience. He talks about spirituality. More so, he talks about the importance of health. He educates you, informs you on how to heal yourself, how the body works, how to reverse anything, the importance of detoxification, and that is our future. That is going to save many people, saved many babies. He's reversed people who had autism, who has scoliosis, who has lupus, which are lymphatic issues. You know, they like to call it autoimmune issues whenever they don't know. Um, what else? I'm grateful for that man because there hasn't been no one on here who's been consistent enough to break information down to a level where anyone can understand it. Children can understand it. He breaks down the pH, the chemistry of our bodies, the two sides of chemistry, and how our bodies is mainly alkaline, and why we're made and created in God's image to eat foods that are above the earth, which are fruits. And you know, the utilization, the consumption, the utilization, the absorption, and the elimination process of the digestive system. And a lot of us have issues with absorbing our food. Therefore, it can't be properly utilized because our organs are down, utilizing in our body. Back